right, man. I think the Lions will bring back Jared Goff regardless next year. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notification, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Now, realistically, could they move Jared Goff? I mean, yeah, it's always a market for a quarterback. I mean, you go around the league real quick and you look, you say, well, Chicago, I think Minnesota bring back Kirk Cousins, even off the Achilles. Green Bay don't need a quarterback as of right now. Atlanta could use a quarterback. Carolina, no. New Orleans, they didn't pay Derek Carr already. Tampa could use a quarterback, so you got Tampa and Atlanta. Then you go down, you know, I think Washington is fairly happy with Sam Howell for now. The Eagles is good. The Cowboys is good. The Giants paid Daniel Jones, so they probably cheaper going, you know, drafting a guy in the middle rounds. That's probably the cheaper way to go. I think the Rams is good for now. Seahawks is good for now. You know, Geno had a little dip in play. I think the Cardinals, if they do move on from you know, Kyler, they're going to take one of the top guys, so it would be Goff. 49ers is good for now. I mean, Cleveland, we'll see. I think they paid them, so Watson, they good for now. The Steelers is an option. Then you talk about the Bengals, think they good for now. They got a good backup. I know he got hurt the other day. The Ravens is good, obviously. Then you look at the Titans. I think they go roll with Will Levis. He put mayonnaise in his coffee. Yuck. I think obviously Houston is good. Jacksonville is good. Indianapolis, they got Anthony Richardson. People forgetting, though Gardner Minshew playing pretty well down there. Buffalo is good. The Jets, I think Rodgers will come back at some point, so they good for now. The Dolphins is good for now. New England, it's an option, so that's 4. Then you go to the AFC West, you say the Raiders, it's an option. That's 5. Even though I think they'll take a top quarterback. I think the Chargers, Chiefs, and Broncos is good. So it's 5 teams that realistically could trade for Jared Goff. And Jared Goff is playing on the next year will be last year his deal. And the critical thing about it is usually quarterbacks don't play on the last year of their deals. They don't play on tag years, and they don't play 1 year left. So realistically, I could see Jared Goff holding out. Now, if he don't play well, then maybe he wouldn't hold out. But, you know, people just thinking that the Lions are going to go from, you know, even if you keep Teddy Bridgewater on the roster, you're going to go from Jared Goff to an unknown Hendon Hooker. You know, you ain't seen Hendon Hooker in live play. You ain't seen him in a paddock practice, even though they don't hit the quarterback. You ain't seen them in live play in the NFL. And I know they trust their ability to scout and all that type of stuff, but, you know, but I think you going cold turkey to Hendon Hooker, that opens up for a lot of criticism. The fans that say Hendon Hooker, Hendon Hooker, Hendon Hooker, Hendon Hooker, Hendon Hooker, and then as soon as he get in and play well, oh, we should have kept Goff. We at least be 500 in Goff. Now we back at the top of that's what you gonna hear. So you can't get caught up in the fans' emotion. I think obviously, you know, there's a couple of options they can go here. Obviously, you can let Hendon Hooker and Goff duke it out in training camp next year. And if Goff want to hold out, you can choke them out until the time comes. You know, you can just say we ain't paying you. You got to pay to play. If you prove it, we'll pay you. You know, and somebody gave me a theory today, man. Somebody said that maybe Goff playing bad because he don't want to re-up in Detroit. He don't want to stay in Detroit. And once again, you got a California kid who was out in Southern California, who I think grew up out there. He probably don't want to be here. I mean, that's an interesting theory. They say, oh, he was playing so well and all of a sudden he just falls out like that. I don't think he would do that, but who knows? Either he in with the mob or he injured. I said that. Or he just one fluky character. But I think if you sitting there and you know, you sitting there next year and a McCarthy or a Phoenix or Jaden Daniels fall in your lap, you like them, I think you bring him in there to compete with Hendon Hooker and Teddy Bridgewater, and you probably move Jared Goff at that point. You know, maybe you like a quarterback in the second round, you bring him in there to compete with Hendon Hooker. I mean, I'm not sure if any top quarterback's going to be available. You're going to pay Kirk Cousins and think you got Kirk Cousins and Jared Goff. You know, so at the end of the day, this is why I was saying, hey, they should go get Lamar Jackson. You know, but I think they're in a pretty good position regardless. Um, you know, but I just look at it as I don't see them getting rid of him. I think Brad Holmes has an attachment to him, emotional attachment to him. He liked him coming out of college. I think they're gonna continue to build around him. I think he's here to stay. No matter how bad he played down the stretch, he'll be here next year. And they're probably gonna give him a 2 or 3 year deal. And I think Lions fans got to deal with it. No matter how bad he playing, you know, remember Blake Bortles had a nice little stretch and the Jaguars paid him. You know, it's just so hard to find competent quarterback play in this league. And I think that's why they keep Jared Goff around. It's hard to find competent quarterback play. You know, and I think, you know, the mystery of you starting to build a really good team, you know, obviously you don't want to pay Jared Goff all that money and eat up the cap. But at the end of the day, where else you going to go? You're going to go to Hendon Hooker and Teddy Bridgewater. Bridgewater hasn't been proven to stay healthy in this league. We don't know what Hendon Hooker is. Now, could you trade Goff for a third, fourth, whatever you get from him, put some picks together, move up and get a guy that you really, really like? I guess. You know, but I think the best case scenario for them is for them to draft the Jaden Daniels. Hope he fall down to you. You move up a couple spots to get him. Draft a J.J. McCarthy if he chooses to come out. What's the other kid's name? Draft a Michael Phoenix. You know, some injury history there too. You know, let's say when the quarterbacks fall, you move up a couple spots. They fall to you. You like somebody in the second round, get them. Compete with Hooker. Keep Bridgewater around and find another veteran quarterback and roll with it that way. But right now, Goff is really limiting what they can do outside the hashes and down the field. You know, so I think he's making Ben Johnson look bad as well too. You know, I think he's making Ben Johnson look bad too. So I think he'd be here next year. Just my honest opinion. I don't see them moving on from Jared Goff. You know, and I kind of really don't see, unless he really continue to play bad, I don't really see him going into a contract year playing with 1 year left on his contract, unless he play bad and don't have no leverage. So I see Jared Goff being here. Like it or not, I see him being here for the long haul. I mean, just for the short term. I see him being here. So, I mean, you know, if you want to look at a play that should symbolize that he ain't that guy, is when he had Jameson Williams wide open. I mean, Jameson had 2 or 3 steps on the Bears defender. I know he about to get sacked, and he throws the ball up, and it flutters up in the air, and he underthrows him by 5 yards. Now, everybody owe Jameson Williams an apology. Jameson Williams was the first saying to go get Lamar, go get another quarterback. He was the first saying that Jared Goff wasn't shit. He was saying it because he couldn't get him the fucking ball. I think Josh Reynolds was being honest. He'd say the same thing. They couldn't get him the damn ball down the field. So, you know, like I continue to say, man, every ball he throws a duck, but NFL coaches are scared of the unknown when it comes to quarterback because you never know what you're going to get. But I think the best case scenario that you can see for the Lions, and realistically, in a realistic world, is probably sign him to a 2-year deal or 3-year. After 2, it's a potential out, and you know they probably let Hendon Hooker compete in the second year of that deal. They're going to keep Jared Goff. Just my opinion. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Hit the link tree. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know in the comment section. Peace.